He said, Audrey, I want you to create a squid ink youtiao. I was elated. I finally thought, oh, somebody is going to change the way youtiao is being perceived.
Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
The ingredients of youtiao is very simple. It's just flour and water. But when made properly, it can be very delicious. The first thing that you experience is that crunch. You bite into it, and then inside is soft and fluffy and aromatic. There's taste of sweetness, saltiness. It's just an amazing feeling. Youtiao as a food is very underutilized and is very underappreciated. People only see youtiao as a breakfast, but why stop at breakfast? I have a dream that youtiao can be seen in different types of cuisine at different times of the day, and I do believe that's possible. Oh, 新的，我可以 try 吗？ I used to work when I was young, so coming back here just feels like just something I used to do. The youtiao business has been around since my great-grandparents' time. Today, my father runs a hawker store selling youtiao. When I think of my father, he is the hawker store, and the hawker store is him. When I was young, my father would ask us to help out at the stores during weekends. I remember taking my bicycle and then riding to the hawker store at 6 a.m. It was very dewy and extremely cold. I told my father that I was hungry, and he gave me a freshly made youtiao from his first batch. That sort of feeling when you are hungry and you're so cold, and then to eat a crunchy, such a fragrant youtiao was really a very strong memory for me.
Audrey 小的时候跟我做，那个时候我以为她做完，想不到她会大了，她会自己出来做。
Help me to put 2 scoops of flour.
Is this enough?
Yes, it's enough. Can you help me to put some flour on the table? I show you something. You put some flour here. Put some flour here. Okay? You hold this up, Kadong, like that. When we were young, we went through a period of hardship where we lost everything. We had to move into a house, stay with 11 people in the same house. And we lived like that for years. This is a window pane test. You can see that it really stretches out. So this is very beautiful gluten development that will help you to trap all the air when the youtiao is being fried. Look at how beautiful it is, look. Look, looks nice, right? But you must be careful, the water, right? You put, sometimes the thing cannot expand. Youtiao making, like other bread making, is actually very scientific. People give it less credit than it is. The most delicate stage of the process is the dough mixing process. At that point, you can actually see how the flour is interacting with the water. Sometimes, depending on the temperature, the humidity, it requires less or more water. When the grains are milled during summer or the grains are milled during winter, it requires different absorption rates. If you start the dough well, at the frying stage, it's going to be excellent. Traditionally, youtiao is made by hand. When you feel the dough texture, its humidity, its wetness, its tightness, we find that we can understand the dough better. My first career was in commodities. The fact is that I wanted not to be poor. I don't want to go through what I went through in my childhood again, so I went to where the highest paying money was. After working for 10 years in commodities, I felt a little bit jaded. I mean, I was very good at what I was doing. I was earning 5 figures, but I felt that my work had no meaning. I didn't feel like that was my life's purpose. I wanted to do something that I truly cared for, to work extremely hard for, and to have a dream that I would be willing to die for. After working 5 years in China, we decided to come back to Singapore.
Hey, hi Audrey. How are you? Nice to see you.
I met Chef David in the first year of starting the business. He was very clear about what he wanted. He said, Audrey, I want you to create a squid ink youtiao. I was elated. I finally thought, oh, somebody is going to change the way youtiao is being perceived.
I actually did youtiao on my own. I did some prototype and it was not as good as a normal youtiao because, you know, it takes knowledge to do it.
It was such a crazy thing. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what it should taste like. If you put too much squid ink, it tastes too fishy. If you don't put enough, then it tastes like nothing. We did take some time to get there, but when we finally did, the feeling was amazing. I think of everybody who depends on me, everybody who believes in me, my friends, my mom, my family. I dig deep and I find in myself the courage to move on. My mother once told me, Audrey, even if you fail, it's okay because you've done the best that you can. And I always remember this phrase up to today.
GastroBeats special. 好，来这。GastroBeats special 一份。
This was what I was meant to do. It is my destiny. And you know, when you have the courage to do what your destiny tells you to do, that feeling is fantastic. I have never been happier in my entire life. I wake up every day doing what I love, and that is my dream.